Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. This is العروس الطويل from Nasr High School Bujdur, the Academy of العيون الساقية الحمراء. Welcome everyone. Today we are going to talk about reported speech, which is a lesson for the first year baccalaureate. So before we talk about details and we go into everything, I would like to start by explaining and defining what is reported speech, because this is really important to understand what we are talking about before we dive into details, okay? So what is reported speech? What does it mean, reported speech? Okay, so reported speech simply means is a description of someone else's words, okay? And you report them without using the exact same words. For example, imagine this is Ali, for example, we have Ali with us, okay? And he said something, okay? And I wanted to report what he said without using the exact same words and expression. That is reported speech. Okay, we're going into examples. Let's start with the first example, okay? So Ahmed said, I love football. So number one is what? This is a statement. What does it mean, a statement? A statement is a sentence that is not a question, nor an order or request or something. It's just a statement. It's affirmative, okay? It is affirmative. So Ahmed said, I love football. Pay attention to quotation mark. It is a quote, okay? I love football. This statement was said by Ahmed, okay? Okay, so Ahmed said, I love football. Pay attention. We have quotation mark, okay? Okay, good. So, and we want to change this sentence into reported speech, into indirect speech, because this one is direct speech. So we want to change it into indirect speech, which is reported speech, okay? We want to change that. How can we do it? Okay, good. So we start with Ahmed said the same thing. Ahmed said, okay? Then we add that, okay? And then he, okay? Now which verb is this? Verb love. For example, I love watching movies, or I love football, for example, or I love pizza. It's the opposite of hate, okay? You love something or you hate something, okay? So verb love, which tense is this? Is it the present, the future, the past? What kind of past? Past simple? What tense is this? It's present. Very good. Simple present. Okay, so simple present becomes simple past, okay? So what is verb love in simple past? It's regular verb, so we add ed. He loved, okay? Let's write it. That he loved football. Okay, okay. So pay attention. This is direct speech, okay? Good. We have Ahmed said, I love football. We changed the sentence into reported speech, into indirect speech. Ahmed said that, because why we used that? Because we dropped the quotation mark. Okay, if you see, Ahmed said that. Okay, Ahmed said that he. Why? Why we used he? Because we have I in the first sentence. And I, it refers to Ahmed. So Ahmed said that I. No, Ahmed said that he. Okay, Ahmed said that he loved. Why loved? Because here in the first example, we have simple present, and simple present becomes simple past. Okay, good, football. Now, this is really important. When we want to change from direct speech into reported speech, we always go back in time. One step back in time. Remember that. For example, we have simple present. What is behind simple present is simple past. You go back in time. For example, present continuous, present progressive, present continuous, we go back, past continuous. Very good. So for example, present perfect, go back, past perfect. Very good. So remember that. It is back shift. You always go back in time. Simple present, simple past. Present continuous, past continuous. Present perfect, past perfect. Okay, good. So just to help you remember all the changes. Okay, good. So you need to remember this. You need to change what? We are talking about statements. We are also talking about statements, okay? So you need to change what? When you want to change a statement, you need to change pronouns. For example, I, you, he, she, okay? Pronouns, for example, here. This is an example. At first, we had I. Now we have he. So we changed the pronouns. So you have to look for the pronouns and see if changes are needed, if you need to make some changes, okay? Good. So you change pronouns, for example, I to he. Number two, you change tenses, okay? The tense, for example, simple present, simple past. For example, simple past, past perfect, okay? Good, we're going to talk about that here, okay? Okay, and finally, time, you know time? Time and place. Place, for example, Bujdur, Agadir, London, China, for example. So time and place expressions, okay? Expressions of time and place. So you have to change pronouns, number one, tenses, number two, and finally, expressions of time and place, okay? Always we are talking about statements, not questions, not order. For example, do this, don't do this, or for example, questions. No, we are talking about statements, affirmative. Good. Now let's have another example. He said, I saw this movie yesterday. He said, I saw this movie yesterday. Okay, so this is direct speech. How do you know? Because we have quotation mark. He said, I saw this movie yesterday. We want to change it into reported speech, okay? How is that possible? How does it work? So pay attention. The same thing. Ahmed said, Ahmed said. He said, the same thing, okay? So he said that, because we don't have quotation mark anymore. We don't have them, okay? So you write directly after he said that or she said that. He said that he, okay? Why he? Why? Because we had I, and I refers to he. So we need to change it to he. He said that he, verb see, to see something. In the past, saw becomes what? Had seen. So we have had, okay, plus seen, past participle. What is had plus past participle? Which tense is that? Had seen, had played, had done. It is past perfect. Very good. Had plus past participle is past perfect. Nice. So this one simple past or past simple, it becomes past perfect. Had plus past participle is past perfect. It's the same back shift that we talked about at the beginning. You have, pay attention, you have simple present, you go back in time, simple past. What about if you have simple past? The same thing, simple past, past perfect. Okay, so for example, so let's say this is a timeline, okay? This is future, and this is, for example, right now, and this is the past. Simple past is here. And this is past perfect. So past perfect is behind simple past. You go back in time. Remember that. Okay, what about if we have simple present right now, simple present? We go back to simple past. Okay, so we're always going back in time. Good. So he said that he, because we have to change the pronouns if we have to, okay? So he, I becomes he, verb see in the past so has to change to past perfect because simple past changes to past perfect. Had plus past participle is past perfect. That, okay, what about this one? That, it's this one. This movie becomes that movie. So in reported speech, this becomes that. Okay? So this becomes that. We're going to talk about that. Okay? And this later on. This becomes that. Okay. That movie, we have yesterday. Yesterday, okay? So tomorrow, today, yesterday. We have to change it too. Why? Because it's time and place expression. We are talking about time here, yesterday. So remember, we have to change pronouns, we have to change tenses, and we have to change time and place expressions. Yesterday is a time expression, yesterday, so we have to change it. Now we have, he said that he had seen that movie the day before. So yesterday becomes the day before. Okay? Does it make sense? Okay? So he said, I saw this movie yesterday. Now, in reported speech, it's he said that he had seen that movie the day before. Okay? We changed pronouns, I to he. We changed tenses, simple past to past perfect, saw, had seen, and finally we changed time and place expression. Here we don't have a place, we have only a time expression, which is yesterday. So yesterday becomes the day before. Okay? Okay. Good. Now let's give another example maybe. Yes, let's give another example. Excuse me. Omar said, okay, this is verb say in the past, okay? Omar said, we're talking about direct speech, so we need quotation mark. Omar said, okay. Omar said, I'm watching TV now. Okay, Omar said, I am watching TV now. Let's do it together, okay? Help me to change this sentence into reported speech. Okay, good. So first, let me ask you this. What is the verb in this sentence? Okay, it's verb watch, to watch YouTube, to watch TV, to watch something. Good. What about the tense? Is it the present or the past or the future? Which tense is this? I am watching. It's present continuous. Very good. Present continuous or present progressive. So present continuous, remember, you have to go back in time. We have present continuous. It becomes past continuous. Very good. So number one, the tense is going to change to past continuous. That is good. So let's try to change this one. Omar said, are we going to write quotation marks? No. Okay, we don't use it. Omar said that. Okay. No. Omar. And Omar, we need to change I to he, because Omar said that he. Very good. He. We are changing the pronouns right now, okay? So Omar said, I am watching. It becomes Omar said that he. Very good. So do we say he am watching? No, it doesn't make sense at all. Okay? So Omar said that he, verb to be in the past plus verb plus ing. So Omar said that he was. Very good. Very good. So Omar said that he was watching. Very good. TV. Okay, what about this one? Now, right now. It is an expression of time. Very good. It is an expression of time. So, do we have to change it? Yes or no? What do you think? Yes, we must change it too. So, Omar said that he was watching TV. Now becomes then. Okay? Then. Now changes to then. Okay, good. So the same idea of back shifting from, for example, the present to the past, past simple, past perfect, we are always going back in time. So for example, here we have present continuous, now we have past continuous. Okay, present continuous, past continuous. Good? Yes? Okay, good. So, my objective today is just to facilitate, to simplify the lesson, okay? We're just going to simplify everything and give you an idea about all the lessons that we are talking about. Good. Now let's move to the changes of the tenses, okay? Good. Let's start with the first one, simple present or simple present, yes. Ahmed said, I love football. Okay, you see this example? Ahmed said, I love football. This is the simple present, okay? Becomes what? Loved, ed, you see, ed. It's simple past, very good. So simple present becomes simple past. Simple present becomes simple past. Very good. What about simple past itself? So simple present, simple past. Simple past, if you remember the timeline, what is behind simple past is past perfect. Excellent. Past perfect. Okay, good. What about present continuous? For example, this one, present continuous. Present continuous, past continuous. What about the last one? The same idea. Present continuous, past continuous. What about present perfect? Present perfect, past Perfect. Excellent. Okay? Okay, good. So we're going to have more examples, okay, of other tenses. So let's, one or two, maybe three. Okay, let's have more examples. For example, let's have present perfect, because we didn't have an example of present perfect. So present perfect, for example, I have done my homework, he said. So he said, I have done my homework. Have, verb have in the simple present, plus past participle is present perfect. I have done my homework, he said. We want to change this one, okay? We want to change it into reported speech, okay? Good. So he said, we start with he said. This is the reporting verb. Why? Because it does the job. It does the function of reporting the statement. So he said that, okay? What about this one? I. We need to change it because he said, not me, not you, not someone else. It's he. We are talking about he. So he said that he. Very good. What about verb? This one, it's the past participle. But have done is verb do in present perfect. What is verb? Verb do in present perfect, okay? Present perfect, past perfect. Okay, present perfect, past perfect. Remember? Good, excuse me. So have done is verb do in present perfect. We need to change it into past perfect. What is verb do in past perfect? It's had done. Had plus past participle. Okay, he said that he had done this one, my homework. We have to change it too. Okay, we have to change this one too. Because my, if it belongs to me, for example, this is my marker, for example, or this is my car, or for example, my name is Larosi. It's my name. It belongs to me. Okay, but this homework that we are talking about, it's he. Okay, so we cannot say my homework. No. He and his. Very good. He said that he had done his homework. Okay, possessive. Okay, it belongs to him. He said that he had done his homework. Okay, so this one. Why? Because we have. Okay, good. Another example. Let's say, for example, Khadija said, I okay, good. So let's have this example. I'm going to read. Khadija said, I will go to Agadir next week. Here we have the future, okay? We have the future. Okay? Simple future, okay? Future simple. Khadija said, I will go to Agadir next week. And we have an expression of time too. Next week, we are talking about time. Next week, okay? Good. So let's try to change it together. We are going to start with, yes, Khadija said. Very good. So Khadija. Very good. That. Okay. We need to change it. Khadija, she. Very good. Khadija said that she. Okay. What about the modal will? We need to change it. It becomes would. Would is the past of will. Okay. So Khadija said that she would. Okay, plus infinitive, the same thing, okay, would go to Agadir. What? Next week. We have to change it because it's an expression of time. Next week becomes the following week, okay, to Agadir. The following week. Okay, we have the previous week and we have the following week. If we have next week, it becomes the following week. You know, follow, for example, you have Instagram, for example, and you follow someone. Okay, following week. Okay, good. And previous. When we have last, for example, if we have last week, we need to change it to the previous week or the week before. Okay, good. I think it's clear, okay? I think it does make sense. So you have the tenses, simple present, simple past. Simple past, past perfect. And past perfect doesn't change, okay? We didn't talk about past perfect, but past perfect doesn't change. We have past perfect, okay? Present continuous, past continuous, and present perfect, past perfect. Let's talk about other changes. What about now? For example, now. We talked about now, right? Yes. So now it becomes then. Now, right now, then, okay? What about today? Today. It becomes the other day, okay? The other day. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow. Yes? The following day or the day after, okay? The following day or the day after. Let's write the day after, okay? Good. What about here? For example, here in Bujdur, it becomes there. There, for example, here it becomes there. What about this? For example, this room. Okay, this room. It becomes that room. Okay, this becomes that. When we talk about place, time and place, we talk about, for example, if we have this place, it becomes that place, okay? But we cannot change, for example, Agadir. It's obvious, okay? So we cannot change Agadir. It is a place, but Agadir is Agadir. We are talking about, for example, this place, it becomes that place, okay? This, that, and these becomes those, okay? Plural, those, okay? These, those, the same thing, okay? This, that, here, there, now, then, today, the other day, and tomorrow, the day after, okay? Yes, so this is everything. we talked about statements. How can you change statements? We talked about what you need and what you have to change, pronouns, the tenses, and time and place expressions. We talked about the changes that happen in tenses: simple present, simple past, past perfect. Always go back in time. Remember that, always go back in time. And we talked about other changes, okay? And we talked also about the idea of, or the definition of, reported speech. When we have quotation mark, okay, it's direct speech. When we don't have them, like this, it's reported speech. Indirect or reported speech. It's when you report words of someone else without using the exact words. You report the statement without using the exact same words. Okay? So this is everything today. Thank you so much for your time. My name is Laros Etoil, and see you soon. Thank you so much.